Okay, Hare Krishna. We're continuing our beautiful, intense discussion of Srimad Bhagavatam, which is essential for all devotees of Hare Krishna to be studying these books properly and understanding them properly and acting on them properly. So we're on Canto 2, Chapter 9, Answers by Citing the Lord's Version, and we're on text number 15 or 16, I think 16. We had a little lag space in there between the last discussion and this one. And so I'm going to read back a few verses to kind of refresh. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 9, text number 12. No, text number 11 we'll start with. The inhabitants of Vaikuntha planets are described as having a glowing sky bluish complexion. Their eyes resemble a lotus flower. Their dress is of yellowish color, and their bodily features very attractive. They are just the age of growing youths, and they have 4 hands, and they are all nicely decorated with pearl necklaces and with ornamental medallions, and they all appear to be effulgent. So 12. Some of them are effulgent like coral and diamond in complexion, and have garlands on their heads, blooming like lotus flowers, and some wear earrings. The Vaikuntha planets are also surrounded by various airplanes, all glowing and brilliantly situated, belonging to the great Mahatmas or devotees of the Lord. The ladies also are as beautiful as lightning because of their celestial complexions, and all these combined together appear just like the sky, decorated with both clouds and lightning. This is persons everywhere, all throughout the material creation, all throughout the spiritual creation. Persons, no impersons. We have no hint that we have any impersons out there. Imposters in the material world, but not impersons. We have persons, and persons are everywhere. Even in all species of life, there are persons. In the dogs, in the cats, in the cows, they're all persons with their particular personalities. So on the spiritual planets also, they are especially beautiful because they're completely free from the modes of material nature, and so they can exhibit their full beauty. And that's what it's like there. On text number 14, the goddess of fortune in her transcendental form is engaged in the loving service of the Lord's lotus feet, and being moved by the black bees, the followers of spring, she is not only engaged in variegated pleasure, service to the Lord, along with her constant companions, but also she is engaged in singing the glories of the Lord's activities. And text number 15. Lord Brahma saw in the Vaikuntha planets the personality of Godhead, who is the Lord of the entire devotee community, the Lord of the goddess of fortune, the Lord of all sacrifices, and the Lord of the universe, and who is served by the foremost servitors like Nanda, Sunanda, Prabhala, and Arhana, his immediate associates. I think this is the text for today, number 16. I'm going to jump right to the English. The personality of Godhead seen leaning favorably towards his loving servitors. His very sight is intoxicating and attractive, appeared to be very much satisfied. He had a smiling face decorated with enchanting reddish hue. He was dressed in yellow robes, and wore earrings and a helmet on his head. He had 4 hands, and his chest was marked with the lines of the goddess of fortune. Hare Krishna. Purport by Srila Prabhupada. In the Padma Purana, Uttarakanda, there is a full description of the Yoga Pita, or the particular place where the Lord is in audience to his eternal devotees. That's what Yoga Pita means. Okay, definition of Yoga Pita, I think, is being brought out here. The full description of the Yoga Pita, or the particular place where the Lord is in audience to his eternal devotees. In that Yoga Pita, the personification of religiousness, knowledge, opulence, and renunciation are all seated at the lotus feet of the Lord. The 4 Vedas, namely the Rig, Sama, Yajur, and Atharva, are all present there personally to advise the Lord. The 16 energies headed by Chanda are all present there. Chanda and Kumuda are the 2 first doorkeepers. And at the middle door there are the doorkeepers named Bhadra and Subhadra. And at the last door there are Jaya and Vijay. There are other doorkeepers also, named Kumuda, Kumudaksha, Pundarika, Vamana, Sankunkara, Sarvanetra, Sumukha, etc. The palace is well decorated and protected by the above-mentioned doorkeepers. It's a lot of doorkeepers, a lot of doors, apparently. A lot of doors. You have to go past several doors. The Lord keeps himself in the inner chambers. The inner chambers. You have to get past all the doorkeepers to go visit him. But not in Vrindavan. No doorkeepers. Krishna is playing in the forest, and anybody who's lucky enough to happen to be in the forest, they can see him. They don't have to pass through any doorkeepers. This is a wonderful, special feature of Vrindavan, that Krishna made himself accessible in complete freedom and happiness to associate with his devotees and exchange loving service with each other. Krishna likes to serve his devotees, and his devotees love serving Krishna. And so this is a special place. The Vaikuntha Loka seems like there's a little more, let's say, sophisticated, a little more prohibitive as far as going there just any old time you want to. See, in Vrindavan, when Krishna's at home or he's milking the cows, anybody can go there and just watch him milk the cows. It's not anything, there's no restrictions. But in the Vaikunthas, apparently there are some more, say, structured ways of what one has to pass through to get to see him. But he is there with his associates. I'll read the translation one more time. The personality of God was seen leaning favorably towards his loving servitors. Leaning favorably, we usually leaning over to them. His very sight is intoxicating and attractive, appeared to be very much satisfied. He had a smiling face decorated with an enchanting reddish hue. He was dressed in yellow robes and wore earrings and a helmet on his head. He had 4 hands, and his chest was marked with the lines of the goddess of fortune. Hare Krishna, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.